This is part 2. So, God definitely wants to give us our heart's desire. We must believe that. Okay? But what we cannot be found doing is ranting and showing our disapproval to God in public where your enemy is listening and watching. When your enemy knows that you have a problem, that there's a gap forming in your relationship with your Lord, he can exploit that. If you're asking God for something, he's listening to that. And he may just arrange for you to have that thing that you want. But you're not ready for it. Mentally, spiritually, emotionally, you're not ready for it if God has not provided it for you. So be patient. Let God give you what he knows you should have, and at the time you should have it. You'll enjoy it better, and no one will be able to take it from you. Okay? So be careful what you express, because the world is watching, the enemy is watching. And everything about him and his world is instant. It's instantaneous. God will reward those who are patient. Okay? It's very important now than ever, to get that relationship tight with the Creator, because we are facing something that's about to unfold here in a few minutes, where we're going to need God to deliver us from our tormentors, the very ones who has construct this society to run the way that it's running, where you have children being snatched from their homes, elders being assaulted on the streets, and women being raped and trafficked. This is the time more than ever to submit your entire will to the will of God's. And you may say, I don't do anything wrong, really. I do everything God says to do. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't gamble, I don't do drugs. See, those commandments are good for you. You not committing adultery and taking your sister's man or your brother's wife into bed. See, these are good for your character, your morale. But what is the will of God? There's a difference between doing something good, obeying his commands, and then fulfilling and carrying out his will. Okay? So more than ever, we need to be praying, repenting, fasting, begging him, pleading with him, making ourselves small, becoming his slave again. That's right. Yes, he created us in his image and after his likeness. So yes, we are God's. But we are God in truth, but we are not practicing Godhood. We are doing the opposite of that. In our demeanor, in our actions, in our behavior, in our thoughts, our attitudes, they don't reflect God. It's time for us to be slaves again. You say, I'm not a slave to nobody. Oh, yes, you are. You're a slave to God's enemy. He has affected us all, no matter what ethnicity you are. So, let's humble ourselves, people, family, beloved. Let's humble ourselves so God can renew us again. He can't do anything with spoiled people. That is why he came, to make us new. But we have to be humble, all right? So that's my appeal. I'm your sister and I care about you, but God cares about you even more. So yes, vent. You can't hold that inside of you. You'll go crazy. Vent. Let it out. But you do it in the best manner. The Creator loves you. And all that ranting and venting, it is his oxygen that you're using to even formalize your words, to express. All 5 of your senses that you're using, yeah, he gave that to you. Be grateful, be humble. And if you don't understand, ask him. Tell him, I don't get this, God. What is going on? Why me, God? Or why not me, God? But I bestow your holiness. And I praise you, and I worship you. But can you answer this for me? Okay, I've said a lot. So take from this what is beneficial to you and leave what you don't need. But I hope that I have been of help. And I'll talk to you in the next video. Peace.